It's finally time for my guests to tell me who won the week. Joining me back, Donna Edwards, Midwin Charles, and Dr. Robert Davidson. Midwin, you go first.
I think Kamala Harris won the week. She had a historic week, being the first black woman, first Indian-American woman to participate in a vice presidential debate as a nominee for a major party. And I think she had several jobs to do during that debate, and I think she nailed each and every one of them. One, she had to introduce herself to America. She talked about her credentials, her experience, her qualifications. Two, she had to prosecute the case against Donald Trump and his administration. She did that masterfully by pointing out how this administration has been an abject failure in handling coronavirus. And three, she had to make the case that Joe Biden is the person to lead this country to the future. And she also appeared very presidential, made it clear that, she is one heartbeat away from president, and she is ready and able to do it. And she did it in a very facing an uphill battle because, as we know, women face a double standard. And so I think she did a very good job of asserting herself of all of those things while trying to dodge the minefield that is the stereotype of angry black woman. And despite the fact that Mike Pence kept interrupting her, she just stayed the course, continued with her message. And she did all of that without attracting a fly to her fresh breath. So, in my opinion, as a result, Kamala Harris wins the week because she never lost her cool. She maintained her composure, and she was poised throughout the entire time, even though Mike Pence gave her much reason to lose her composure.
Right, because I'm waiting for you to go, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
Well, substantively, the reason why I think ABC was asking that question is because if you look at all the other protests, no one is talking about dozens of people being infected with coronavirus. Like, the entire reason why Eric Trump is being interviewed is because his father, the president, has COVID-19. So does the press secretary. So does Stephen Miller. At least over 24 people have contracted that virus from the White House. The White House is now a hotspot. So that's one of the reasons why he's asking the question. It's completely relevant. It's completely necessary for us to find out why it is. But what I find most troubling about that interview is something we've seen consistently from this administration, is the constant whining and deflection from issues that really matter, issues that Americans really want to hear about. People want to know, how is it that the president could get coronavirus, COVID-19, and if the president, one of the most protected people in the world, the person with access to the best doctors, who is being tested, or so they have said, frequently, and people who come in close contact with him are tested frequently, if he could get coronavirus, how can he protect us from getting coronavirus? And so Eric Trump's job, at least this morning, was to kind of make people feel more comfortable. In fact, he did the opposite. All he did was whine and complain. The question is merited because we have people who are high-level members of this administration who have contracted coronavirus from the White House. Not from protests of Black Lives Matter, not from protest police brutality. You just don't have the same sort of outcome.